This is Guruji Online, and in the last lecture, we saw what is magnetic field, and when a charge moves in a magnetic field, it experiences a force, and that force was equal to QVB, whereas V and B, they are velocity vectors, and V and B, they were in the same plane also. And the direction of the force on the charge was perpendicular to the plane. This is what we learned in our last lecture. In this lecture, we are going to learn about J.J. Thomson's experiment, which led to the discovery of electron. And this was an experiment. He used the cross fields. Cross field means there was electric field also and there was magnetic field also. And electron was passed through both these fields. So we will see what was this experiment and how he determined the electron. What is there on the screen? That this is basically a cathode ray tube. Here, this is a battery, and this filament is there. The electrons passing through this filament there is another battery of high voltage, and this is a slit. So here you see this is the positive terminal. So this slit is at the higher potential. Naturally, these electrons which are passing through this filament, they are attracted through this slit, and this forms a electron beam due to this high voltage electrons being accelerated. This electron beam, now it is passing through two plates. This plate is at positive, it is having positive charge, and this is having negative charge. So naturally there will be electric field like this. Electric field is inside this plates, and of course there is a magnetic field also which is perpendicular to the electric field, and it is shown as crossed. Cross means the direction of the magnetic field inside the plane of the paper. Okay, this is how we denote the magnetic field with the crossed sign when it is pointing inside the paper. And this E and this B, they are both perpendicular to each other. So what is happening when the electron beam, this is passing through these plates, when as far as E is concerned, what will happen? Suppose these are plates. This electron, once it enters, it will experience a force in the opposite direction of the electric field, because electrons they are having negative charge. So they will experience a force opposite to the electric field direction, and naturally this will deflect like this. Correct? Instead of going straight, this will deflect, electron will deflect like this. Then what Thomson did, whatever this deflection was there, this deflection, he adjusted the magnetic field in such a way thus that this electron which is at this point, it is of the same amount, it is again deflected downward, and so that it is ultimately, when it is coming out of the plates, this is going straight. This is a fluorescent screen. When an electron strikes it, this will have a spot of light. Due to this light light spot, you can judge the magnetic field, the magnitude of the magnetic field, so that it remains horizontal. That means the force exerted by the electric field in having the deflection like this, the same force in the other direction is acting due to magnetic field, and the deflection is becoming zero. eh? And that's why it remains horizontal. So this was basically the experimental part. What is this? This is basically here the vacuum machine was there so that the vacuum can be created inside the tube. So this was the all about the experimental part. Now we will see the quantitative part of the experiment. We can again draw the plates because that is the main part of our experiment. Here electron is there, this is the midline. Electron is moving like this, correct? Suppose this is L, this is Y, deflection is Y, and electron is moving with velocity V. Then what will happen? This is your plus, this is your minus, this is the electric field direction. So as far as electric field is concerned, what is L? It will be nothing but V into T, or we can write it as T is equal to L upon V. And what is Y? Y is the deflection. This will be nothing but half A T square, because vertical velocity here, it has only horizontal velocity. So vertical velocity, it will be 0. So Y deflection will be only A. What about A? A is nothing but F upon M, and F is nothing but Q into E, that is force experienced by the electron in the electric field, that is this. So this will be nothing but half Q into E upon M. T is nothing but L square upon V square. This is the deflection basically you are having due to electric field. Correct? Now you are adjusting the magnetic field such that it is equal to the force what it has experienced due to the electric field. That means Q into E, that is force experienced due to electric field, must be equal to Q V B, because your B direction is inside the plane of the paper. So this will this E, this will experience a force in the downward direction, and this must be equal. That's why this will have the horizontal direction. So this deflection must be compensated. So here V is nothing but E upon B, or this can give us as M upon Q must be equal to B square L square upon 2 Y E, because here M by M by Q you can take out here, and in place of V we can substitute E and B, because V we don't know, but we know E, we know B, L we know, Y is the deflection we can calculate with this formula, or Y is the deflection we can calculate due to the spot of the light. So we can calculate M by Q. This is how J.J. Thomson, he calculated this value, and he could discover the electron, and he found that these particles, means electron, it is found in every matter, and that's why this electron is known as elementary particle. And so this was the, of course, due to M by Q, he could discover that it is 1,000 times higher than in mass of the lightest particle available. So these were the hypotheses given by the J.J. Thomson, and this was the quantitative part of the experiment. So you must have understood the quantitative part. You can have the problems also in the exam like this, having the deflection or the electron passing through two plates, having some kind of deflection. You may have to find out the what is the value of deflection. Like that, these questions can come. At least you must be aware when the cross fields are there, how the forces are acting on the electron. Okay, because, and you must see whether the entering particle it's a positively charged or negatively charged. These are very important things while dealing with electricity and magnetism. So this was all about your Thomson experience, Thomson experiment. Please go through this. It's very important in the board. This can come as a theory question also. So thanks for all. We will meet again in the next lecture. Thank you very much.